Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing good. I'm Pratesh from Saleshandy, and today I'm going to show you that how you can send up to 1,000 emails in a day using Saleshandy. But for that, you have to keep your patience and follow the best practices. So I'm just going to show you the proven techniques that I personally use to scale my outreach and to send emails. So as a first step, you need to figure out how many domains and how many email accounts do you need. For that purpose, let's just jump on this email account calculator. You can find the link of this calculator in the description as the first step. So let's just see, like if I want to send 1,000 emails, or let's say I want to reach out 1,000 prospects in a span of a single day. So, what's the required amount of domains and the email accounts? Now, we would need at least four domains for it. And from one domain, we can create at least five email accounts as a best practice. So, we would be needing at least 20 email accounts for the outreach. Now, the assumption here is like you have to send at least less than 50 emails per day from each email account. And this is the limit that has proven beneficial for me from most of the users in the past. So, this is the best practice I prescribe to you. Now, after we have figured out like what's the total number of email accounts we would be needing, now let's just see what are the options available for buying a secondary domain. So why I'm saying like you should use a secondary domain, because your primary domain is always at the risk of getting spammed or banned. Like for example, my primary domain is saleshandy.com. So I would avoid sending emails to it because whenever your cold email gets, let's say, banned or blocked, so your sender reputation always gets harmed, right? So let's just not put your primary domain or your business reputation at stake. So for that purpose, you can buy some secondary domains. Now we have to buy at least four domains, right? So maybe we can try some variations from the primary domain. Let's say we can try out for saleshandypro.io, maybe .net. So these are the domains which you can buy for your secondary domains and outreach. And you can see there are many more suggestions available. So you can just go and pick up four different domains for your outreach. Right. So this is the best practice that you should follow. You can go and check out on different registrars, maybe GoDaddy. This is Namecheap. There are many options available. Now what we have to do, we have figured out like what domains we need. We now just go and check out what are the sending policies of each of the ESPs, because it's very much important what ESPs you choose for your email account. It also depends upon your geographic target, like what countries are you targeting. So in this particular list, you can see a tab for ESPs list where you can find, I've already listed down the pricing, their guidelines of different ESPs so far. So we can just go and figure out like what suits best for you. But beforehand, purchasing your domains, it's always a good practice. Like you go and check out like if none of your domains that you're going to buy are in the blacklist. So you can use the tools like MX Toolbox or maybe Spam House for this purpose, because there can be a chance like the domains you're going to buy could have some history of spam or phishing, right? So you can just go on MX Toolbox and check out like if none of the blacklist contains your domains, and it's always good to go. So this was the first step, guys. Now let's just connect our all the email accounts that we have created through ESPs after purchase of the domains in Sales Handy. So let's just jump into Sales Handy again. So you can see we are back into the dashboard here. Now to connect the email accounts, you would just need to navigate into settings tab. So for that purpose, just go into settings tab here and you can see the email account section. You might be already aware of it. Now you can see I've already connected some of the email accounts for the purpose. Now to send 1,000 emails, what you would be needing is to connect at least 20 email accounts or from the secondary domains we just saw, right? So you can just go and connect your email account manually from Google or Microsoft option, but it might eat some of your time because always adding a domain or an email account manually might be time consuming, right? So you can just use the option for SMTP and bulk. So you can see like it would allow you to upload your email accounts via CSV. Let's just select this option. And this is the sample CSV you can use to upload your email accounts. And let me just show you how this CSV actually looks like, right? So let me just share this tab again. And let me just upload the file which I have already downloaded to show you how you can do it in bulk. So after we have created all of our email accounts, we purchase the domains. So we can upload them in Sales Handy. So let me just upload the sheet again here, right? So it would show you the properties and all of the configurations that you would be needing before uploading your email accounts. So it would just show up all the domains. Yeah, you can see this is the pattern you can follow to upload all of your 20 domains, because we are targeting 1,000 prospects in a day, right? So in this manner, you can just add up different domains. You can just go on and put all of your domains, all of your 20 domains, and you can see here are different options available to change your sending daily quota, your sending interval, which we would be talking about in the next steps, right? So in this manner, when you are done with this, again you just need to go again into Sales Handy's settings tab, and you just need to choose the file. I can just choose the sample file which I have already downloaded, and maybe I can just connect it. And in this manner, your particular email account would be uploaded here. You can see it just uploaded a random email account, a sample email account into my Sales Handy's uh, account right here. In this manner, you can just upload all of your account. Now, this completes our first step. This was all about figuring out how many email accounts you need, what is the best practice of selecting the ESPs, secondary domains, checking the blacklisting, and again uploading them in bulk in Sales Handy. Now, in the second step, we would be talking about like how you can ramp up your email accounts, warm them up for increasing their sender reputation, because your email accounts are young, right? So now let's just jump into second step. Now, second step begins with enabling your email ramp up. Now, what email ramp up is all about? Now, let's just go again into this particular sheet here where we already calculate these email accounts, right? So in this particular sheet, you will find a second tab called email ramp up. Now, let's say we want to reach out to 1,000 prospects in a span of, we target it to send in a single day, right? So from 20 email accounts, we should be prepared solid. Like our sender reputation should be good enough to send these 1,000 emails from 20 email accounts. So for that purpose, our sender reputation should be good enough, right? So email ramp up comes up to your rescue. Now, how does it work? You just need to go and click on each of the email account that you have connected. Like, let me just show you with this email account here. And again, you just need to go onto sending settings tab. And at the bottom, you can see here is an option to toggle it on and toggle it off, which is referred as daily ramp up here. So by default, it would always be turned off. You just need to go and you need to turn it on. Now, what it does, it would start email ramp up in the increment of 10 to 15% for each of the email account. Now, what it does it, like, let me just show you in the chart here in this Excel sheet. So for like we want to send 1,000 emails and we want to send it in a day. So what is the time that we will be needing to reach this particular sender reputation? So you can see in this email ramp ups calculation here, like at the end of 15th day, maybe between 20 and uh, 15 days, you would be able to reach that particular sender reputation where you can send 1,000 emails through 20 email accounts. So initially, be patient and give time up to 15 to 20 days, which is recommended for best results. And again, we can just try out to send emails gradually, right? So this is the time where you increment your email volume gradually from 10 to 15% each day. Like it starts from sending 10 emails, like each one email from each of the email account or two emails from each of the email account. And gradually with this increment, we reach out, we are able to reach 2,000 emails in a day with 20 email accounts in the 15th in the span of 15 days, right? So in this manner, email ramp up helps you grow your sender reputation. Now let's just again go into Sales Handy here. Now, how you can do it in bulk? Let's say you have already added 20 email accounts and it's very tough to do. It's time consuming to do it in manually, right? So again, you just need to go into CSV that we talked about how you can connect your email accounts in bulk. So you can see here is an option to change your daily sending quota and also to enable your email ramp up thing. You can just see here is the quota available. You can just go and change these things here. And in this manner, all of your email accounts will be connected in bulk. Now, if you want to do it graphically, let's say from the UI itself, it's possible. You just need to go into general settings again, just go into email accounts and select all of the email accounts here. And you can see here is a setting like bulk update settings, right? So you can just go enter any of the domain for which you want to, let's say enable the ramp up thing. You just go into sending settings tab, enable this thing, and this thing would be good for all of your domains. You just don't need to waste your time doing it manually. So in this manner, it is very productive to enable the email ramp up. And the span of 15 to 20 days, your domains would be good enough to send this desired desired email volume. Now, another most important step after setting up your email ramp up thing is to enable email warm up. Now, what's email warm up is? Now, if you want to do email warm up, you can see here is an option for email warm up here. You can just go and check out this email warm up tab here, right? So here is a tool called Truly Inbox, which is a partner tool of Sales Handy. Now it allows you to do warm up with your email account. Now, what warm up is? It is a pool of healthy email accounts which actually interacts with your inboxes to make them good enough for sender reputation. Let me just log in here and let me just sign in here. Wait, let me just go again here and let this sign in. Yes. And I've already created an account. You can create a new one and add all of your email accounts in the same manner we added the email accounts in Sales Handy. Maybe you can do it individually, or you can use SMTP's bulk option, right? After you have added all of your email accounts in Truly Inbox, you just need to go and toggle this button on. And after this, you just need to go and edit this email warm up setting, and you can just adjust everything here, like what's the ratio you want to keep to send your emails to the healthy warm up pool, and what's the ratio you want to receive the email. By default, it is recommended that you keep these limits in the recommended default settings to get the best results. But if you want to pace up the thing, you can do it, but it's always recommended that you follow the default settings here, right? So after you have enabled your ramp up thing, your warm up thing, now your email accounts would be good to go to send this email amount in the span of 15 to 20 days. Now this was the second step, guys. You have to wait for at least 15 to 20 days in order to grow your sender reputation after you have activated your sequence. Now let us talk about how you can activate your sequence, create a new one, and we can just start sending our emails, right? So for that purpose, you just need to go on your Sales Handy's dashboard, which you might be already familiar with, or you might be a beginner. So if you're not familiar, I would just like to guide you. Like if you want to create a new sequence, you would just need to click on this blue button over here, right? And sequences are a series of automated follow-ups or steps you can schedule in advance for your prospects. So let's just add the first step over here, right? Now, what is very much important? Why sequence is important, and to get the best results from 1,000 emails in a day? Because if you're not sending human-like email, so there's always a chance that you would always be landing into spam. So it's very much important that your copies look like human-like, they are unique, and your ESPs always don't filter them out. So to create a copy, first of all, let's just add a subject line over here. Maybe I can add this one. This is one of my favorite. Maybe you can also add the fallback in case your merge text won't work, or maybe your prospect field is empty, right? Maybe I can choose a template from Sales Handy's library here to save my time, obviously, right? So I can just remove this bracket so this content looks like real. And these are some personal tags, and it has already changed my subject line. Maybe I can insert some merge tag over here, right? And now, whenever you're writing a copy, always keep in mind the structure. Like, what should be the structure of writing a copy? Maybe you can include some of spin texts and merge text over here. Let me just use one of the spin texts. Like, what spin text actually does, it helps you produce variations of a particular sentence or a particular cold email. Like, it starts with spin and it ends with end spin. Now, maybe I can use synonyms of increasing. Maybe I can use growing word here, or maybe I can use, let's say, increasing, growing, maybe expanding, right? So in this manner, it helps me create a unique variation of the copy each time I send this email to a particular prospect, right? So here is the email preview where I can see like how my email would look like to the recipient in real. Maybe I can just change my name here, right? And here's the content guide which I can refer to see like if something is lagging in my copy. So here you can see that it's showing like two of my keywords are marked as spam. So maybe I can just remove this part over here, and maybe I can replace this get thing with, let's say, achieve, right? And I can save it. And we just saved a very highly personalized copy as our first step. Now it's recommended that you add at least 2 or 3 follow-ups to get the best results, because sending follow-ups and your money is in the follow-ups, right? Always keep on pushing your prospects to get a reply. Now let's just add another step. So let me show you how you can add a follow-up. So again, I'll be referring to one of the templates from this library, and this time I'm going to use this follow-up template. And similarly, you can use spin texts, the merge text that we already used in the previous step. And you can just go in, if you want to change the timing of your follow up, you can just do it from here and just save it. Now, in this manner, we have already set up our sequence. Now, what's next? Now, most important step now here is to add A/B testing. Why it is very much important? Now, as I said, to get best results for your 1,000 emails in a day, it's required that you send human-like uh, copies or human-like offers to your prospects. Now, adding A/B testing to it, like experimenting with the subject lines, helps you know like what's the best thing actually working for your audience. Because if you're getting most of the open rate for certain subject lines, then you can actually do it for all of your prospects, right? So it's very much important that what's the best thing working for you. So maybe I can just add a second variant over here, and maybe I'll be choosing some of different templates, and I can just use this particular template over here, and let's just save it, and let's just see what's it about. Yeah. And using A/B testing, you can also change the subject lines. You can use different CTAs. You can use different offers. So it allows you to see like what's working best for you. And experimenting is always a good way, because my principle is experiment, repeat, and scale. So A/B testing is a feature that allows you to test up to 26 variants, and this is a very powerful feature. Now, after we have set up a sequence, we have created some variations of our copies. Now, what's next? The next step is to upload our prospects. Now, for uploading your prospects, you just need to go into prospects tab over here. Now we have decided like we want to reach out to 1,000 prospects, right? So you can just upload your 1,000 prospects. The first option is to do it via CSV. It's very easy option. The next option is to like you can use Saleshandy's lead finder, and you can collect your leads from here. It's already collection of 700 million plus leads from 60 million plus companies across the globe. Well, I have already saved a filter, so let me just give you a short tutorial how you can hunt your 1,000 leads from here. So here you can see like you can use options for the filters. Maybe you can filter your leads via location thing. What's the employee count of this particular industry? What's the revenue? What the industry they're using? And in this manner, you can just uh, narrow down your list and make it a highly personalized one. And it's very easy to even send them to your sequences. Like whenever you have revealed this particular lead, you can just go on and send them into some of the sequences that is already ready, and it's good to go. And you can also do it in bulk. You can just select all of them after you have done after you have performed your activity and you have prepared your lead list. You can perform it and you can do it in bulk. You can send them in a bulk, so you don't waste much of your time. So this is another most important source through which you can make your lead list. Let's just visit the sequence again, and let's just go into prospects tab. Now let me just show you how you can do it via CSV. So you can just go over. Wait, this is not the sequence. Let me just go in. Yeah, this is the sequence, right? Okay, so let's just go into the prospects tab over here, and you can just go and select it via CSV option. And here is a sample file which you can actually use to see like what's the pattern and what is the format of uploading your prospects, right? So I can just choose this sample file from here, and I would just press next. Now you can map your fields like whatever fields are required for your copy. And this action is important because to create a very personalized copy, keep it diverse. Like try to use as many as merge tags you can. Like use job title. Maybe you can use some social media personalization over there. To use icebreaker, what I do, I always put my icebreakers into the CSV and I upload it using a merge tag. So this helps me create a very unique action and a very unique touch for every of the prospect in my list. So let's just go ahead. Now this is very much important thing. Like Saleshandy now allows you to do verify your prospects. So I always use it to prevent the hard bounces. If you have some another verify, you can use it too. But this is also good practice that you use it from Saleshandy. It's very easy. It's also good for your deliverability. For now, we just need to skip the verification from here. And after you have verified your prospects, you would need, you would receive a notification over your email, and it's very easy to help. Now, what's next? After you have uploaded your prospects, you have set up your sequence. Now, our settings are already done. Like we already enabled the ramp up thing. We already put our email accounts on warm up. Now, what's the next thing? Now, next thing is about attaching these email accounts with your prospects, or let's say with your emails. As I said, human like outreach is very much important, right? So, in order to distribute the email volume, let's say we are sending 1,000 emails and we are using 4 email accounts here, right? So, you won't be sending all of the email accounts from one of the domains. It would always be marked as spam. So what's the technique here? What's the catch? So here is a sender's rotation thing, which actually helps you, distributing email volume against amongst these all email accounts, so that each of your prospect receives unique copy with the help of multiplier effect. So let me just show you how you can do it. So again, you just need to go into settings tab, and you just need to add the email accounts. Now let's just add some of the email accounts from here. Now you just need to upload all of your 20 prospects, all of your from all the 4 domains. So you will be seeing the list of all the 20 domains over here, which are already in the warm up and in the ramp up phase. Now, automatically by adding more than one email account in a sequence, your sender rotation is active. Now, what happens is it would send email account from each of the domains in turn. So none of the domain gets burned, and your sending limit is always preserved. So in this manner, you get high deliverability, also a human-like outreach, and ESP welcome this practice, and you always get visibility in the inbox because your subject lines are good. You are using A/B testing. You have already increased your sender reputation using ramp up and warm up thing. So no ESP can actually block you. There is very low chance, and there is very high chance that you might get a reply. Now we have linked our email accounts. We just need to go and check one thing that is very much important is the sequence score. Now from the sequence score, we would just check like how our setup is. Like, are we able to set up the SPF? Were we able to set up the daily sending quota if our email accounts are set up, sending less than 50 emails per day? And if you are done with DMARC thing, now after adding email accounts in Saleshandy and before sending out your emails, it's very much important that you check like all of your domains are done with SPF, DMARC, and DKIM thing. Now this is the thing which you can use. Like you can just go on mail tester thing and you can use like the results. Maybe like if your domains are already configured with SPF, like you can just go on mailtester.com and you can just go and send your emails, and you can see like it would just give you the list. Like if your domain is already configured and authenticated with SPF thing, your DKIM thing, and DMARC thing. And it's very much important because this is the sole factor that differentiates you from others in your industry. Because in 2024, ESPs are very stringent. So along with ramp up thing, warm up thing, this is very crucial for your deliverability. So before sending out, always double check that you are configured with these three records. Like, and if you want to see a tutorial, it's already available on our YouTube channel. I have already created multiple videos over it. So if you want to go and check out, you can just go and see the playlists, and you can find here. Maybe you can just go and see set up SPF and DKIM. So this is the list where you can find all the three tutorials: how to set up your SPF for DKIM and DMARCs, because this is very much important, right? Now, after we have checked the sequence score, it's a score which gives you rating between 0 to 100. Well, try to get as close as possible to 100, and also always follow these practices, because after you have sent your email, you are all alone. Like you can't just reverse the changes. So it's important to follow these checklists and have a very good performing outreach, right? Now, after we have set up a sequence, we now check the sequence score. We have enabled the sender rotation. Now let's just go and activate this particular sequence. So what would happen in the span of 15 to 20 days, your emails would be sent in increments starting from one email, two emails from each email account. And by the end of 20th day, you would be able to, get ready with that particular sender reputation. Like you would be able to send 1,000 emails in a day. right? So this is a practice you gradually grow with. You experiment, you repeat and scale. And before sending out your emails, it's important that you see like how the emails are actually uh, look like on the recipient screen. So always use this option to test a send email to yourself to see none of your merge tags are broken, if your spin text tags are not broken. And you can also use this particular email preview over here, which gives you an idea like how your email accounts, how your email copies actually looks like when you send to them, right? So it reduces the mess to send multiple test emails. So you can just use this feature. Now finally what you need to do is you just need to go and activate this particular sequence, and by the end of 15th or 20, between 15 to 20 days, you would be able to send your desired number of limits, which is 1,000 emails in a day. So this is the best practices that you can actually follow, guys. If you want to send 1,000 emails in a day, well, it is all about keeping a patience, follow the best practices, and always seeing the result. Now, lastly, as a bonus, I would just like to tell you like it's very much important that during this 15 to 20 days you use GlockApps. Well, GlockApps is a tool which is different from Saleshandy. It is not associated to Saleshandy, but this is the tool that I actually use to monitor my deliverability. It's very much important that during 15 to 20 days, how many of your emails are actually going in inbox, and what are ESPs. If they are marking you spam, then which are these, right? So you can just go and check out. Maybe I can show you some of the reports over here, right? So let me just show you the reports. So in this manner, it helps you know like if the ESPs are blocking you. So you can just go and check out like which are the ESPs which are blocking you. You can see like maybe Google Business is blocking you in which country. So you can also find out the action steps for yourself. Like maybe you would be doing something wrong with your copy if there is some HTML around it, and all the necessary actions. Maybe your records are missing. So this is the best practice. You can also automate this. Maybe you have 20 email accounts, so it's obviously not feasible to do it manually. So you can just go and automate your GlockApps test. Well, I've already done a tutorial over my YouTube, so you can just visit the tutorial. Maybe you can just see one of our past webinars where I've already discussed about you how you can do the GlockApps testing. So you can
Finding your target audience and
and
generating.
you can just go on and check the webinars here, right? Where I've already discussed about how to test these things with GlockApps automation, and you can do it for yourself, right? And in this manner, you keep your outreach good and follow the benchmarks. And this was all about, guys, to send 1,000 emails in a day. Try out these practices. Let me know. You can write to us at support@salesend.com if you have any queries about it, or you can just ask the questions over the chat, and you can find the FAQs over here. Maybe if you are stuck anywhere. So this was all about, guys. Let me know how it works for you, and thank you very much.